So I wanted to make a short video today about BG design. And if you are doing background design for a new production, this is a lesson I learned from Corny Cole years and years ago. And my assignment was to draw a window for this exterior of a window of a house and a branch in front of the window. And so I had drawn a window based on the design of the house. They needed this for layout. And a branch that came in front of the house like this from the tree outside. And I did it more finished than this. And I'm thinking, well, this is what the guy wants, so let me just do this drawing and get back to my character design stuff I was doing on the project. The project was Little Nemo in Slumberland feature, if anybody remembers that movie. So perspective has to work. At some point, Corny comes by and says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm making a layout for these guys that want this shot for some reason, and I'm just finishing up this layout." And he said, "What do you mean you're just doing a layout?" And I said, "Well, they said they wanted a layout drawing of the house and a branch, and the squirrel's going to be on the branch and Nemo's going to be in the window." And he said, "Whenever you do a drawing that's of a background, make sure you put some characters in it so people know what the background is for, how big it is, how it works. So if you're doing this," he says, "I should have put in this shot a drawing of Nemo here at the window, yeah, that tousled hair all the time, and then the squirrel out here on the branch." And you can darken it in. I think the squirrel wore an aviator's helmet with goggles on it. He put his hand up there, so he's gesturing to Nemo. But you always put some characters in the shot. That way people know how the shot works. They know the scale of this background. They know how big Nemo is in the shot. It gives some life to the shot. So it's not just a background. And that's something that will help everybody else down the line, is to see this background in conjunction with a character, so they know how the background works. If I had turned this in with just background elements, the guy that's going to do I think they were going to do animation to this layout, not just paint it up. He doesn't know how big the characters are supposed to be. So having somebody say, design me a background, always give them something that's got characters in the background. That way they know the scale. They know how the background's supposed to work. They know what's going on. And that was my important lesson from Corny Cole on Little Nemo in Slumberland. So keep that in mind next time even if you're designing it for yourself, put some character in there so that you know how big the character's supposed to be. It has some scale reference. It has some life to it. It's not just an architectural drawing, which is fine for architects when they're doing their rendering of a house they're going to have built. But we're doing animation, and we want to make sure everything we do has some life to it. You want to make everything have as much life as you can. You don't want to turn in dead drawings, okay? Wear and tear on the shingles there. Siding, whatever they had on the house. So there's your Corny Cole lesson for the day. And keep that type of thing in mind when you're designing backgrounds. And in the meantime, keep drawing.